Good afternoon. Speaking in my capacity as Security Council President, I'd like to report the Security Council recently met and discussed Liberia and had a briefing from the Security Council 1737 committee as well. I'd also like to remind you all that we have an important meeting of the Council this afternoon at 4 o'clock when we will meet to discuss MINUSTA and Haiti. The meeting will include the participation of some special guests, including former President Bill Clinton in his capacity as Special Envoy of the UN for Haiti, and the Prime Minister of Haiti, Michel Pierre-Louis. With respect to UNMIL, Ambassador Loy, the Special Representative of the Secretary General in Liberia, briefed the Council on UNMIL's activities since February. This was a regularly scheduled briefing, and as you know, UNMIL's mandate expires on September 30th. Ambassador Lloyd shared the Secretary General's recommendations for modifying the work of UNMIL, including having UNMIL assist the Liberian government with the 2011 presidential and legislative elections. Ambassador Lloyd also outlined the latest Phase 3 drawdown plan for UNMIL as recommended by the UN's Technical Assistance Mission that went to Liberia in April. Council members expressed their strong support for the work of UNMIL and Ambassador Loy. The Council is currently negotiating the renewal of UNMIL's mandate, which we hope to be able to vote next week. Council members expressed support for mandating the recommendations made by the Secretary General in his latest report. With respect to the 1737 committee, Ambassador Takasu, the chair of the committee, briefed the Council on the committee's activities over the prior 90 days. It was also a regularly scheduled briefing. Council members expressed strong support for the implementation of the relevant resolutions, including 1737, 1747, and 1803, and the work of the 1737 committee. Finally, under other matters, we discussed the letter sent to me in my capacity as Council President from the permanent representative of the DPRK. The Council has decided to refer that September 3rd letter to the 1718 committee for its review and any appropriate action. Happy to take your questions.
Did you have discussions about Iran and the latest proposals by the Iranians to the P6?
We just, as I mentioned, discussed Iran in the context of the 1737 committee and the report of Ambassador Takasu. We did not discuss in any substance the proposals from Iran. None of us are aware of their contents.
What would you like to see in those proposals, Ambassador?
As the United States, speaking for the United States, and I think other Council members would agree, we hope and expect that what might be contained in those will be a serious and substantive. Let me rephrase that. We hope. I shouldn't say we expect. We hope that what is contained in that response is a serious, substantive, and constructive response to the P5+1 proposal. We will study the content carefully. We'll consult with our P5+1 colleagues, and will deliver a coordinated response at the appropriate time.
What about the ship, Mrs. Ambassador, the ship that were reports that the United Arab Emirates seized the ship of North Korean weapons to Iran? Was this discussed as part of the 1737?
No.
Why?
Because it's not related to the 1737 committee.
With that Iranian document, you can confirm that the Iranians actually have given some kind of proposition?
It is my understanding that it has now been received.
Ambassador, did United Arab Emirates give you any information?
Gentlemen, it's really hard to answer questions if I can't hear them.
Sure. So concretely, what would it take for you to be able to talk with the Iranians?
I'm not prepared to speculate without having any understanding of the contents.
Ambassador, did United Arab Emirates give you any information, or did you request any information from them regarding that ship?
We discussed a separate sanctions regime today, the 1737 regime, and this issue did not arise.
Where is the Maliki letter within the Security Council?
I'm sorry?
The Maliki letter to the SG, which you
Prime Minister of Iraq.
The Prime Minister of Iraq letter, where is it? to the Security Council?
And that has been circulated to council members, but no council member has requested any further action.
On Liberia, was there any discussion, and what did the U.S. think of this? The Truth and Reconciliation Commission there saying that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf should not be involved in public life for 30 years for having supported Charles Taylor. What's the UN, I guess, council position? What's the U.S. position on that?
Well, the council didn't discuss that in depth. I think we all recognize that President Johnson Sirleaf is the legitimately elected president of Liberia. The council expressed strong support. Members did in the broadest terms of the government of Liberia's efforts to improve the security situation, strengthen the security sector, enhance the rule of law, and implement its poverty reduction and development strategy. The U.S. view is very much the same.
And what about one other thing on Liberia? There's this case where an American civilian employee of UNMIL, Dale Fosknight, was under investigation for child sexual abuse while employed by UNMIL, and it said that he was involved in the same things in Sierra Leone. What is that something that, I guess, as the U.S. and your interest in peacekeeping, are you aware of that case, and what do you think the UN should do to make sure this doesn't take place?
Well, Ambassador Lloyd did refer to that in her briefing to the council. Obviously, the U.S. Is gravely concerned about any allegations of sexual violence or abuse, and we take them very seriously. We understand that the government of Liberia and UNMIL are currently investigating those allegations, and we await their findings.
Ambassador, even though UAE issue didn't come up, if it's found that Iran violated the North Korean sanctions, what could the consequences be for Iran? Could that be built into the argument?
I don't want to speculate about facts that are not yet available. Suffice it to say that we will continue as a council to support the work of the 1718 and 1874 committees, as well as the 1737 committees, and